Alright, so I know I didn't do a video on this. I didn't complete the video from before, but I know a bunch of you guys were asking about how the exhaust was going to come out. Figures they're going to go out there, but whatever. I just got the exhaust done. So what I did, we're just going to spend 5-10 minutes here going over everything. So we got the exhaust cut right here. We're just going to slap a clamp on that. There is an adapter here. Because they didn't have the adapter to the correct one, so I used a 3-inch inside diameter to a 2.5-inch, and then we put the 2.5-inch inside diameter over the 2.5-inch outside diameter. So it, yeah, you know what I mean. 2.5-inch ID, 3-inch ID, and then in the middle it's 2.5-inch outside diameter. So then we came over here. We got this guy tacked right here. This was a factory hanger, so we have it welded up here, welded here. Back here, I cut that bullshit off. Whatever, whoever had this prior did that. So I cut that off. I used a hanger, welded it to these so that way the hangers are removable. That way it makes it easy to remove this exhaust if ever needed. And then there is flex to it, so no need for a flex plate or a flex pipe. And then we'll come back here to the back. It still has the factory catalytic converters, but the resonator we cut out. So what I did here was, I didn't like the angle that this came down. It like dropped it down here. So I cut all that off. I tried to match everything around here. Unfortunately, the bottom there was a gap to get this fitment the way that I needed it. This is a reused pipe from a Cummins. From that second gen we parted out, and then the rest of it is all from a universal kit. So basically you can see there's a little bit of jiggle. We have this one hung here, and I gotta cut that off. I don't know who did that, but as you guys can see, it comes out and it looks like a factory exhaust. Now what we're gonna do is get a tip for it eventually. I went a completely different route than what I thought I was gonna go before, but you can see that comes out like as perfect as I could possibly get it. Down the road, the plan, hopefully, is to take this motor, 5.7 Hemi, and put it in and get rid of the 4.7. So, and we're gonna be looking for some 20 by 12s for this as well. These are 31-inch tires, but we obviously don't need those. So that's where we're at. She sounds pretty good. All right, so wifey's gonna start it up. All I gotta do is change some LEDs out in that, and then either tomorrow or Friday we're gonna do an oil change. But start her up. Now she has a actual V8 sounding exhaust. Give it some revs. Come on, give me some real revs. There we go. So she sounds good. I'll get a clip of it going up the road. You like it? Yeah. Okay. So there you go. It's got a nice exhaust. It looks factory. It does not sound factory, but it looks factory. So that's all that matters. It's a 3-inch pipe from the 2.5. So this is that muffler that sits up in the front. It's just a straight through thing. I did end up cutting some hangers. That's where I got a lot of those at. Yeah, she sounds good. It sounds proper. Cut it. Keep going. All right, I'm gonna have her get on. Look at that. That looks good. That looks proper. That's so small though. It's a 3-inch. Told her to get on it once she gets on the blacktop. Oh, she didn't do it. There we go. All right, so this is some of the stuff that I cut out off of the factory stuff. I don't know why this was welded to. I don't know why they did it that way. I'm not like the greatest exhaust builder in the world, but I can do okay. And I ordered a kit for that truck a while back. You guys see that? I've ordered a bunch of straights and whatnot, but that's that's how it ended up. So I might start doing some exhaust stuff, but keep in mind, I'm not like the fucking go-to for exhausts and whatnot. I don't like welding that thin stuff. This is the squirt gun that I'm using over here, is a 242 Forney MIG. We do have TIG, but I don't mess with that. But when I do my welding, basically when I do my overlaps, is I'll just sit here, tack, 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 and that's the way that I do it, because I used to do it where like I'd run a bead down, and it's like it doesn't matter how you do it, honestly. As long as there's heat and penetration, it's fine, and I like to do that way I don't burn holes, and I like to have this thing hot because I like to do more like thicker shit. I don't know, I don't like doing the exhaust stuff, but there you go. I might cut more of these out off of this frame here down the road before we go and scrap this thing. But this thing had a good amount of parts and whatnot on it. So you can see she's jiggling now without any of them hangers. But I do be saving a lot of them hangers. And I set them over on the weldy cart over here. And yeah, we got to do some organization about some of this stuff. This Cummins exhaust, if anybody wants a 3.5 inch straight pipe for a 12 valve, let me know. I have one. It's all complete. You just need the over axle and all that bullshit, but this gets you to the over axle. All right, so I wanted to hear what it sounded like on the inside. It's not that bad. It's not bad. It's not hatefully loud. We'll get out up here at the park, check it out underneath on the outside, but she's pretty quiet. Sorry I didn't have time today to actually film the video because like we were on a pretty decent time crunch, but it definitely needed done. I mean, I think I got there at 10 this morning. I think we got done around 2, and she had to be out of there by about 2:30. So we just made the time to get out. You know what I mean? So we'll get out, take pictures of it, check it out. It's not hatefully loud. I mean, unless you're gonna sit there and rev the shit out of it, sure, but for what it is. All right, had to get some pictures for it. I was gonna send that to my dad, ask him how he thinks I did. All right. Don't worry, all those lights go out. Okay. So we're gonna give her a good flooring. Hear how she sounds. Oh, there's cars coming. I don't know, you guys let me know if you think that's too loud or not. She thinks it's perfect.